Hi guys, this is Heather at Homeschool Culture. In today's video, I'm going to do a unboxing with you. This is from Rainbow Resource. I just put out a video probably the day before, maybe 2 days before. About bringing my 8th grade daughter back home from public school. So she was public school, then homeschooled for 3rd grade to 8th grade. Then we put her back in public school for about 8 weeks, and but she is now back home. So I have lots of resources that I needed to get for her, as well as just for our morning basket and some like unit studies, things like that I'm going to do with both my son and my daughter. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around, just make this a quick video and show you what we got. Okay, so I just took everything out of the box. I'm going to go through quickly some stuff for my daughter specifically, just because it's not necessarily the fun stuff. But I went ahead and got, so for her, for literature, and again, I said 8th grade. I shouldn't have said that. So she was in 8th grade in public school, but she's going to go into 9th grade for homeschool because she's kind of at that level, which kind of is one of the reasons why we brought her home. But anyways, so the Canterbury Tales. And I actually have the book already, so I didn't have to purchase that. So she'll be doing a book study on this for the year. Beowulf, Wuthering Heights, and To Kill a Mockingbird, which we have that book as well. So I bought the Beowulf book. So it seemed like it was very specific to this retelling. So I went ahead and got that, even though I already have Beowulf. I had to get Wuthering Heights because I did not have that I can think of. But I did have, like I said, To Kill a Mockingbird and Canterbury Tales. Okay, so that is for her in terms of like curriculum. The other curriculum that we're going to get is Dr. Shorman's Algebra 1 and Dr. Shorman's Integrated Physics and Chemistry. Once we get going on those two, I will definitely do a review for you, but from what I've been told, it's really great. So I'm looking forward to it. If you do that or know anybody that's done that and have, good reviews or bad reviews, I would love to hear that down below. Okay, one thing I got for my son was the Sticker by Number America. And it says it's under brain games. And so since we are going over American history and geography right now, I did that for him. This would be something that he can use or do while we are like during read alouds. These are perfect for that. I got this Civil War, and I'm gonna be real honest, I feel like I have this. And do y'all ever do that? Now, granted, it was only a few dollars, and so if so, I'll be happy to gift it to a friend. But I'm pretty sure I got this Civil War battlefield map. And so, so this is the battlefields for the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. And it goes chronologically down below. It gives chronological history of it. I know you probably can't see that because the writing's so small. But if I do have 2 of these, that's okay. I'll just let my daughter will have one and my son will have one as we're looking over it. Okay, another thing I got, because my son is doing the human body, kind of like a human body unit study, or actually parts of the human body unit study. I purchased this human body DVD. He is definitely a visual learner, and so anything like any type of documentary, video type learning is actually best for him. And it goes over the skeletal system, the nervous system, muscular, circulatory, urinary, respiratory, digestive, and the 5 senses. So we're actually going over 5 senses this year only because he's never done it. I mean, there's times in homeschool that I'm like, we have never gone over that. So he's going over the 5 senses in depth this year, and then also over the organs. And so I'm not sure, I guess it doesn't go over the organs, but that's okay. So it goes over the 5 senses. But what I like about it is that since we're going to do a little bit year by year, I can use this for many years in a row. Another study that we're going to do is, and I've talked about this on different videos, but we're going to go over different parts of ocean. And so I'm not sure how in depth or what specific parts we're going to do. Like if we'll go over just the coral reef, or if we'll go over coral reef and tide pools, or, whatever. I'm not real sure. So I think these 2 right here will be great for multiple years of learning. And so I'll probably do maybe a couple of units, like 1 unit, like I said, on coral reef, another unit on, the different layers, et cetera, And so I plan on using these for multiple years in a row. And if you're asking, well, will your high schooler do this? She absolutely will. So this is part of our morning basket. I don't necessarily give her credit for, I give her high school credit for a lot of the stuff we do in my morning basket, maybe not necessarily this, but I still think it's just vital. And again, she loves learning, so she'll enjoy it. So that was the Dover coloring book, Coral Reef. And what I love about these Dover coloring books is that in the front, a lot of these Dover coloring books in the front, in the back covers, have the actual pictures. So if it is like a specific type of coral or fish or whatever, you know what colors to use to color the picture. And if you haven't seen any of my videos, what I love to do with this, I just kind of came across it this year thinking about it, is I bought watercolor paper for the printer. So it's 8.5 by 11. And I put this on my copier printer combo, and I print it off, and instead of having to color everything, we use watercolors. So there's an idea if you haven't ever thought about that. Ocean's Anatomy. I'm so happy I finally have this book. And then the Usborne Sea Inside Ocean. So it seems like Usborne has maybe 2 levels of these kind of Sea Inside. The other one is like Lift the Flap. You can tell me down below if I'm wrong on that, but I felt like this was kind of the older version, so I got this one instead. But again, I think these will be great resources for many years. Okay, I also got, I'm so excited about this, our 24 Family Ways. I know lots of other YouTube homeschool mamas have recommended it. I talked about it, I want to say I talked about it in one of my videos, and then one of y'all also recommended it to me, so thank you for that. I finally went ahead and ordered it, and I am just so excited to get going on this with the kids. I got a game. It's a card game for reelers and art dealers is what it says. It says Show Me Monet for 2 to 6 players. So I'm not sure if it has an age. It says ages 10 and up. Now my son is 8. No, my son is 9. Oops. So my son is 9, and so we'll still do it. So we'll just kind of maybe modify the game if needed, if he needs help with that. But it says, will and deal your way to $1 billion art collection. This fast-paced card game pits you against other eager collectors as you draw, request, bluff your way to building collections of artist, country, or genre. Or excuse me, by artist, country, or genre. Remember to get rid of your forgery cards and hold on to the flea market find. It's worth $100 million. So I haven't seen anybody with this so far. I kind of was like in my cart, out of my cart, in my cart, out of my cart, and I'm kind of excited. So I'll let you know if this is a good one or not. So my kids are outside with my husband right now, but this is actually a Christmas present. So my son, we already have this one. Can you see that? We have that one. But this is the Little Book of Woodland Bird Songs. The other one is the Little Book of Backyard Bird Songs. And so, well, it's not going to let me because it's not taken off. But it actually has realistic sounds of the different birds. And so, like, my son loves the other book. So I picked this up. It is kind of pricey because I want to say it was $18 maybe on Amazon, and maybe 12 or 15 on, I can tell you. Yeah, it was $15.75. So it is cheaper than Amazon if you go through Rainbow Resource. But the thing about Rainbow Resources, I think you have to spend $50 to get free shipping. You know, there's kind of that, give and take. So normally I wouldn't order from Rainbow Resource unless I have a bunch to get. But I love this company, and we love this book. So I'm glad I got it. Okay, the next thing I got was to go along with the other maps and globes. Oh, he's coming, so I need to put this up. Okay, sorry about that. So we have the other book that is, I think, Maps and Globes, that maybe it's either the same publisher or illustrator, I'm not sure. But we went ahead and got geography from A to Z. And even though it's very, very basic, it's also has a whole lot of information. And so you might think, hey, this is kind of elementary, but really they could use it across all levels, especially when you're maybe not sure of, you know, what is that terminology. So like, for instance, like if you heard someone like was reading and we were reading in a book and it talked about a ford, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure I knew what a ford was. It's a shallow place in a stream where people and animals can safely wade from one bank to the other. And so just things like that, it just gives you kind of a reference. So it's a reference guide. Okay, two last things. The two things I have last are for my son. I went ahead and picked him up. This is the Fun Schooling. I've never purchased any Fun Schooling. And it's one of those two because they are expensive. And it's one of those, I'm like, I put it in my cart, I take it out. And I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but he likes, so there's a lot of times where, you know, we'll go through morning school or we'll go through morning basket together. Him and I will do school, which doesn't take very long. And then his sister still has an hour or two left of her school. And so he needs to go outside to stay quiet. You know, we don't live in a super big house or anything. And so instead of him just going out and then coming in every 5 minutes because he's bored, I can send him out with a task. And so that was my thought process when I bought this. So it is 12 months in the forest school. And it has all different types of stuff from like March. He can fill in like for a poem. Create an illustration to March with, you know, to match your poem. Collect 10 small things from nature and make a nature craft. I mean, so it's giving him ideas. And then it's also stuff for him to fill in the book. I'm not sure. I would love your feedback. Do you think these books are worth the price? I don't know. He's not into coloring. So like, you know, color this, color that. Like right here, color me and draw me food and habitat. He might draw the food and the habitat, and maybe the coloring because it's pretty basic, but he's not really into coloring. So any of them that had like lots of coloring, I chose not to get. Like this, he would never color this. But even like right here, you know, he's filling out the calendar. I think that's great. You know, he can look at one of our other calendars and he can make his own calendar. And then I like how it does give a how-to, like how to use this book, things to think about when you go outside, etc. If you want a better look through of this, let me know and I will definitely do it. And I would love any feedback. Do you have any Fun Schooling books that you use for those elementary ages, even a younger elementary since he is dyslexic? And I know these are supposedly made for dyslexic kids, I think. But let me know that and I will definitely look into them because I want to like them. It's the price that kind of always steers me away. Okay, the last thing I got, and whenever I saw this in the box, I was like, what is this? But it is, can you see it? ELA Combining Sentences Learning Center. So I didn't know it was going to come like this. But essentially, it's supposed to be like a game of combining sentences. And it was for his age range. So I'm hoping it's not above his level. So it comes with these little, like, it comes with like 4 of these. So like, again, you could play it like a game. It has an actual game board. It comes with little pieces and then some mastery question set. So again, I'm going to have to go through this. If this is something you're interested in, I'll definitely do a review of this as well because I'm not really sure what to think about it. And it wasn't super pricey. I think it was around the $20 mark. But if it does help with actually combining, so like right here, this is what it says. It says, when you write, you don't want to use too many short sentences. It'll make your writing choppy. You can join ideas using conjunctions. The 3 most common are and, but, or. So it talks about that. So, okay, so it really goes over and, but, and, or. And, this would even, oh, you know what? This would even be fun to do like at a co-op. Even if you had, like at our co-op, we can put how many kids we want. So like maybe we did, if I had 8 kids in the group and, you know, paired them, they could help each other come up with sentences. So I think that might be good. Again, it seems like it's a little, for the age range, it seems like it's a little young because I thought maybe we're going to be using other things. But it does have also, it came with this list of learning centers. So if it's learning centers is something you like, it came with a list. So apparently Rainbow Resource has quite a few of these maybe, or it's from newpathlearning.com. So you could even go there and just check out and see what type of learning centers they might have. So I'll let you know for that. I'm not sure it was worth the money yet or not. So I'll have to figure that out. That's sometimes the downside of homeschool, right? Is you order things and you're not sure if it's going to be exactly what you want, and then you've wasted, I hate to say wasted, but you've used that, you utilize those funds and those finances that you could have used for something else. But don't forget, you can always sell things on like Facebook Marketplace. I know it can be a pain sometimes, but guys, a lot of times, at least half of the stuff I resell, and I'm able to, put towards a lot of that towards new things. So don't forget about that. And then, I forgot about this also. This was just a placemat. I love placemats in our family. Like when we're doing Play-Doh, they have placemats. When they eat, they have placemats, all of that stuff. And so they're constantly looking at these things. I don't know, some of y'all might go, I don't want to look at that while I eat. I love these learning placemats because it's just a good way to just keep, them engaged while they're, eating a sandwich for lunch or whatever. So, okay, that is it. If you have any questions or comments, if you want to see anything more in depth, if you want to know, like these Memoria Press, I know these are high school levels, so the elementary might be a little different, or the middle school. But I'll definitely give reviews on this, towards the end of the school year, or maybe even midway. But if you have any questions or comments, I'll just put those down below and I will definitely get back to you. You can also find me at my email, which is down in the description, and on Instagram and Facebook. So I hope you have a super blessed day, a blessed week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.